Hi there again. I'm talking to you again about the whole subject of righteousness in Christ. And when I first got born again, and for most of my Christian walk, I've had this perception, or the way of looking at righteousness of Christ, that it is a gift, but that it is a gift only that has any standing in spiritual realms, that it doesn't really have any significance in our day-to-day walk. I would be very careful of being self-righteous, and I think a lot of us do have this fear of coming across as self-righteous when we know that righteousness is a gift given to us by Christ, and that it is our righteousness in Christ, not self-righteousness. We have none of our own. I actually would feel quite frustrated that this was only, to me, a spiritual gift, that it didn't really have any benefits to day-to-day life. And because I was frustrated about this, I wanted to dig a little deeper to see if I could find a reason for walking in our righteousness in day-to-day life. I knew that our righteousness in Christ had a significance in the spiritual realms. I knew that it meant that if you had a real understanding of your righteousness in Christ, that you would have a boldness in intercession and prayer, that you would know your authority, and that would really make a difference in your prayer life and ability to change things from the spiritual realm to the natural realm. But I've always seen my Christianity as a very practical thing, and I've always seen Jesus as being a secular God as opposed to a religious God. So hence my frustration at not being able to see how us being righteous in Christ would really make a difference in our day-to-day life. I learned that the meaning of righteousness was to love what is good and to hate all evil. And so once I learned that, it compelled me to begin to resist the things that I felt were evil and to repel evil in my life. I knew that the meaning of righteousness was to love what is good and to hate all evil. So that compelled me to, in my behaviour, start to resist evil, and resist evil in my thinking and even in the way I might be speaking. I have since realised that if I love righteousness, it means that I will love what is good and I will hate all evil. So I thought surely that will compel me in my behaviour to resist evil and to resist evil in my thinking. If righteousness is loving what is good and hating all evil, then it should give me the desire to love what is good and hate all evil, in thought, in word and in deed, in my walk as a disciple. Let's look at what the scriptures say about this. Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 24 says, I should put on the new man, which after God is created in righteousness and true holiness. My true nature is righteousness. That is what has been given to me as a gift. And so in day-to-day living, I should ask myself, have I put on righteousness today? Galatians 5 verse 16 says, This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and you shall not fulfill the lusts of the flesh. So if I put on the new nature, then I'm walking in the Spirit. And if I'm walking in the Spirit, then even though I might be tempted to fly off the handle, by walking in the Spirit gives me the strength of the Spirit to resist that and to walk in the Spirit instead. So even though I can be tempted, the being in the Spirit means that I don't have to fulfill that temptation. Colossians 3 verse 10 says, "My new man is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him." So as I'm reading the word and I'm renewing my mind in the word, I'm seeing what the truths say about my new nature and who I have become, then these things will be backed up as I operate in righteousness. The truths that I've been learning about in the Bible will be proven to me that they are true. And this practical application of the word will cause me to grow daily in the knowledge of God. All of these things bring me to practical living. All of these things bring me to day-to-day living, minute-by-minute choices. It's all very down to earth. So I discovered that righteousness is not just for spiritual realms. It really truly is a natural phenomenon. It includes my thought life and my responses to others. It includes my attitudes and my desires. It will include virtually everything to do with day-to-day living. How I see the world, how I respond to the world, the way I think, the way I feel, the choices I make. Yeah, it's very much a natural phenomenon. Even though we've already been given true righteousness as a gift, and we don't have to work to be righteous, still we need to be in alignment with who we've become. We need to be in agreement with the righteousness that has been placed inside of us. That way we're in harmony with God, we're in harmony with His Word, we're in harmony with ourselves. And the great thing is that the Spirit of God gives us the ability to walk in the righteousness that's already been placed inside of us. So my perception of righteousness has therefore been changed, and my frustration has been alleviated. So I just want to thank you for listening to me once again, and I hope that you'll dwell on these things with me, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.